Hey peeps, Tyler here with a book haul. Graveyard School, The Skeleton on the Skateboard. It's a middle grade horror book. Dead Man's Curve is scary enough. Who's the new hot dog on Skateboard Hill? He's the only thrasher who can take Dead Man's Curve alive. Skate and Vicky are determined to meet him. He may be their only chance to beat obnoxious Eddie Hoover in the upcoming skateboard contest. But if the Phantom Boarder gives the secret of his awesome moves, will Skate and Vicky have to take the ultimate wipeout in return? You'll be dying to go to class at Graveyard School. And then another Graveyard School, Don't Eat the Mystery Meat, or middle grade. I don't feel like reading all of these, there's quite a bit of them. Because of Winn-Dixie, which I know is a children's book. Making friends in a new town is never easy. But when Opal adopts a stray dog she names after the grocery store where she found him, she learns that friendship and forgiveness can sneak up on you like a sudden storm. I'm sorry if the lighting isn't great. I can tell you can see it. I don't know how well you can see it. Unless you're blind or visually impaired enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you're weirdos. A horror erotica anthology. There's like 13, I think, of the series. And I don't have all of them. I think I'm missing like 3 potentially. I'm missing a couple anyway. But I've been getting them on thrift books. This is Hot Blood. I have one more. Crimes of Passion. I got these recently from thriftbooks.com. You can get a lot of used books from there, but also new ones as well. Crimson Peak, which I saw the movie and loved. I actually have a letterbox, my link tree. My link tree is in my description, as is my Discord link. I do have a Discord. It's not very big at the moment, but I have one. It's also kind of new-ish. But, so yeah, Crimson Peak. I love the movie. I've only seen it once, but I bought the Blu-ray recently. And I haven't watched it yet. I just heard about this, so I bought it. I actually think I heard about it a while ago, but finally freaking bought it. It's a novelization of the movie. Warm Bodies, which I bought very recently, which is about zombies. It's a science fiction novel. I think it's adult, technically. R is a zombie. He has no name, no memories, and no pulse. But he has dreams. He's a little different from his fellow dead. Amongst the ruins of an abandoned city, R meets a girl. Her name is Julie, and she is the opposite of everything he knows. Warm and bright and very much alive. She is a blast of color in a dreary, gray landscape. For reasons he can't understand, R chooses to save Julie instead of eating her, and a tense yet strangely tender relationship begins. This has never happened before. It breaks the rules and defies logic, but R is no longer content with life in the grave. He wants to breathe again. He wants to live, and Julie wants to help him. But their grim, rotting world won't be changed without a fight. I swear it's fiction. Basic math and pre-algebra for dummies. I never actually had 5th grade math, even though I had 5th grade, because my school for kindergarten, for 1st to 5th grade, I went to kindergarten in a different school. For 1st to 5th grade, it had kindergarten in it though. It was behind a year. So when I went to 6th grade, Lakeside, and the middle school, they were on time, so I completely missed 5th grade, technically, in a way. So basically, I want to brush up on my math, among other things, because I'm an autodidact, which basically just means you teach yourself. There's some very, very small basics that sometimes you have to learn from somebody else, but you can often learn online for one matter, if you have access to it. But, then you can basically just teach yourself a lot of the time. Maybe not always, but a lot of the time. Bizarro starter kit. I have 3 of these. I actually have 4, but I bought one a long time ago and I've already read it. That is the orange one. That's already on my Goodreads and Story Carvers that I've read it. And this one is the red one. They're all anthologies, collection of short stories by different authors. And they're all Bizarro. As I say, the Bizarro starter kit. When I've read a Bizarro, I've also read some standalone stories as well. I've actually loved. I do highly recommend it because, one, even though it's targeted towards adults, the entire genre is, I think, at the moment. They're not meant to be super hard to read, but they're also meant to be meaningful and fun. They really are. I swear. And this is the purple starter kit. The blue starter kit. And that's the 3 I got recently. Like I said, I got the orange one a long time ago. I don't know if it's in a book haul somewhere or not. This is Bone by Jeff Smith, out from Boneville. It's volume 1 in a comic series. It's for middle graders. After being run out of Boneville, the 3 Bone cousins, Phone Bone, Phony Bone, and Smiley Bone, are separated and lost in a vast, uncharted desert. One by one, they find their way into a deep, forested valley filled with wonderful and terrifying creatures. Eventually, the cousins are reunited at a farmstead run by tough Grandma Ben and her spirited granddaughter Thorn. But little do the Bones know there are dark forces conspiring against them, and their adventures are only just beginning. Then this one I actually read on NetGalley a long time ago. And I liked it and wanted to buy the book for a while, so I finally got to it. Love the Lion. It's actually a book you do read, but there's no words to it, other than like the title and the synopsis and whatnot on the back, the words and whatnot. But for the actual story, there's no words. It's a whole bunch of pictures about a lion's life, and it's targeted towards adults. It's not smutty or anything like that. It's just like graphic because it's nature and it's wild, and it's also heartbreaking. But the NetGalley PDF, the quality wasn't really good, so I couldn't see it so well in this way. You have to read the pictures, and I do believe that actually affected it. So I actually started to try to read it, and I actually had to stop because it was actually triggering me because of reasons. What are you gonna say here? That is pictures. Did you read the pictures? A young lion wanders the Serengeti in search of a bride to call his own, but being alone, he is watched with cautious eyes by those families he encounters along the way, including a coalition of rival males in search of their own bride to conquer. So the nomad searches patiently, waiting for the opportunity to claim his territory and find a new family. Loneliness can breed ferocity. The third in a series of wildlife books, each focusing on a day in the life of a different wild animal across different natural habitats. You can read them in any order, though. I haven't actually read any of the others, though I'd like to one day. Almost down there. This one I am currently reading. It's an anthology by different authors. A body horror anthology. I have I think 3 more stories. A couple more stories left to read. Bound in Flesh, an anthology of trans body horror, brings together 13 trans and non-binary writers, using horror to both explore the darkest depths of the genre and the boundaries of flesh. A disgusting good time for all. // Omnibus Volume 1. I'm not sure if it's one author or multiple, I'm sure it's at least multiple because it's a comic anthology. So yeah, it's in Omnibus Volume 1, a whole bunch of graphic comic short stories. And The Complete Adventures of Curious George by Margaret and H.A. Ray. There are 7 actual Curious George stories. Curious George takes a job. Curious George, where the title is just his name. Curious George gets a medal, which you actually have to see in the pictures. Apparently, Child Me actually did read it and completely missed that. It's the only one I actually read. I got it from my school library. I had a very, very small school in a place called a ghetto. And I'm honestly surprised they even had a library at all. And they had to fight for it. Curious George rides a bike. Curious George goes to the hospital. Curious George learns the alphabet. And Curious George flies a kite. Yeah, that is my book haul of books that I bought physically anyway. Since my last book haul, I've said screw doing Kindle and audiobook book hauls just because it's difficult for me. But I do love stuff I own onto Goodreads and Storygraph these days. But I couldn't add all that Storygraph because it's way too freaking much. But it is actually all on Goodreads because I've been doing that since the beginning on there. So if you want to see books I own on Kindle or audiobook, you actually can. But physically, these are the books I bought since my last book haul. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like I said, my link tree, as well as my Discord link, which is also in my link tree for that matter, among other links, is including my Substack and AO3, is in my description. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to. Just like it if you fucking want to, I don't care. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.